I'm Jenny. Welcome to my channel where we focus on using ordinary materials to make beautiful things. Today I am working on ephemera for my Sunken Treasure journal, but I got the idea after working on these. Let me move that aside so you can see. I had pressed some flowers a while back and kind of just put them on a tray and left them because I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do with them. And a few of them I have kind of encased in plastic, and I put some on paper and coated them with shellac so that they became kind of part of the paper. But I had a few left and I wasn't sure what to do with them, so I wanted to try to create some little specimen cards out of them. And so I was digging around in my stash and I found these. It says they're filter frames. They're photographic filter frames. They go with cameras. Honestly, I don't know enough about a camera or a filter frame to tell you what it does. I just know that it makes a cute little frame, and it looks kind of like a specimen card. So I thought I would use them. These came from a place in Phoenix, well, it's in Tempe actually, called the Artist Resource Center, and it's a place where people donate old art supplies, craft supplies, fabric, yarn, you name it, they donate it. And artists can go there and get materials for very, very cheap. It's really just donation. You take as much as you want and you donate whatever you can afford. And it's run completely by volunteers, and it's a fabulous place. So that's where these came from. There were actually 8 in the pack instead of the 10, so somebody used a couple of them and then left them with them. Who knows how old? Oh, look, it says on the back there's a date, January 19th, 1993. Wow. That's a long time ago. That's before my kiddo was born. So anyway, so these are super cool. And what I discovered is the back is sticky, so you peel this off and it's a sticker. So they bend. You bend them like this. You put the stuff, whatever you're gonna put in them, and you can stick them shut. So I added packaging to make the plastic windows. That's what these are made out of. And then I went ahead and stapled them because the packaging kind of covered part of the sticky stuff, and it was only really sticky at the top. I mean, they were sticky on the edges, but I went ahead and stapled them. Besides that, it looked more like something from a specimen box that had been stapled shut, that sort of thing. And I poked in a hole in the top because I thought it would be cute to run a little ribbon in there and tuck these in a pocket in a journal. And so I'm going to make some for my Sunken Treasure journal. Now, I know that specimens are supposed to be flat things, like these pressed flowers. But I'm going to use pictures of things, so that's flat, even though you wouldn't really have specimen cards in an ocean-themed journal. I know that, but I just couldn't resist because they're too cute. So I have to show you some of the little specimen things that I have decided to put in my holder here. So I have this, which I don't know if it's going to show up. Maybe it shows up better on the white side here. Did I get that right set up? Yes. So this is a photograph of a sailor's Valentine. So used to, in the 17 and 1800s, when sailors were traveling, they would pick up natural materials, primarily shells, but sometimes seeds and grasses and things like that from the places they visited. They would have a frame. This would have had a hinge right here, and the frame would have closed. So it would have been a box that opened to this kind of double frame. And they would build these pictures out of all of the shells. And so you can see some of these even spelled out, "Remember me when far away." And they would give these to their sweethearts back home to display while they were gone, to remember them by and to know that they were at sea. So I thought this would be fun. It's 2 sides. So you know, I didn't quite cut them out straight. I think they're not quite matching. But my thought was I would go ahead and stick them together and then just trim the edges. And so that would be one of our frames. And so it's going to look something like that on one side and then on the other. So that's one idea. This one is a shell that had the back of the shell, and you can see this was a specimen. It has a number on it. And so I cut them out. They were in a pamphlet of some kind. And so I cut them out and I put them back to back and trimmed them a little bit. They didn't quite match, but they were pretty close. So I thought this was really cute. I cut out what it was. It's called a ring pink mussel is this little shell. So that's going to be really cute with the clear background. And so that'll be one side, and then the other side will look like that. So I thought that would be fun, and we might even write the name of it, although usually you know, you write numbers. These I just made up numbers because specimens always seem to have numbers. And as you can see, this one even has a number written on the shell, but it might be more fun sometimes to, you know, write what it is, write Sailor's Valentine or something. This one, I have this really cool little illustration of this fish, and it happens to be double-sided. So I thought it would be cute. It doesn't quite fit this way, but I think it would be fun to put it on an angle. And he looks like he's kind of swimming up, right? So I thought that would be super cute. So I really like that one, and he looks the same on both sides, so that makes it easy. These are stickers. They're a little larger. The whole thing is a sticker, but the inside, the little crab, fits inside the frame just perfectly. So my thought was that I would cut around those and back it with two different sides. Since they're both crabs, it didn't really seem like it mattered that they were different colors. I especially like this one. This one's my favorite. So he'll probably become the front side, even though it doesn't really matter. You know, you can flip it over, but like on these, certainly there's a front and there is a back because it's the back of the flower. So that one will be fun. And then the last one is an illustration, and I think this came, I'll have to find the book. I think this came from an old illustration book from Dover that might have, it might be Art Deco illustrations. So I really love the graphic quality of the black lines here. You know, I love this guy. He's cute. We've got these flying fish, and of course the lobster, and there's some dolphins back here playing in the water. But on the large one, all we would get would be the crab and the very little peeking out head of that flying fish. He doesn't even look like a flying fish here because you can't see, you know, that he's a fish. You can just see his little face. So I thought this was maybe a little bit too big, and I dug around and I found where I had printed a smaller version of it. So I liked it, but I thought the black and white maybe was a little stark. So I went ahead and colored the background, but I left all the animals and the edge here all black and white. So I just colored the sky, the ocean, and the sand. So this one, there are a couple choices. If we do this, we get the flying fish and we get the crab, but we lose the dolphins and we lose the lobster. And it wouldn't be double-sided. But if I fold it in half, I lose the crab, but I get to keep the flying fish, the lobster, and the dolphin. So since this one is going to have pictures of crabs on it, I think it's okay to probably lose the drawing of the crab on this one in favor of these other. And especially because it'll be the same on both sides. We'll be able to see it on both sides. So that solves the double-sided problem. Okie doke. So let's get started. So I have 5 of these. I just have some packaging, and you can see there's even the little hole that came out of. This probably was from stickers or something like that. I have larger pieces of packaging, but this is a fairly small project, so I want to keep the larger ones for something a little bit bigger. So I'm just going to cut this open. If you don't have something like these, I mean, I just happen to be lucky enough to have these little photo filter frames. But if you didn't, you could just trace something that's kind of square, and then trace another square inside it on cardstock, and make a template, trace some, put it on cardstock, and cut it out. So you don't have to have these. I mean, these are kind of convenient, with the stickers, but there are only 8 of them. So, when I finish this part, I will be out of these, and so it'll be time for me to just use a piece of cardboard. And I have actually already traced around this template so that I have it before I use them up. So, if anything you have that's square, and this is just a square with a little tab. And if you don't want to draw the tab on there, you could add the tab with something else. You could add it with fabric or another piece of paper, something coordinating. You wouldn't even have to have a tab at all. I think too, the little holders, that they put coins in, that might be a good choice for something like this. They're a little smaller, but I think it would be certainly usable. Okay. So in order to keep a little bit of the sticky on both sides, I'm kind of moving the plastic to one side, putting it in, and then the other side down here. So let me trim this off. Packaging sure comes in handy. We've done a lot of things with packaging. We made, I think, last week or the week before, we actually made tags out of the packaging probably that this plastic came from, that had the fancy little tops, the little designs on the top. Made some tags out of that. Let's see. And see, since I left some sticky over here, I want to try to leave a little over here, even though I'm going to, that's a little wonky. Even though I'm going to staple it, the sticky sure makes it a lot easier to, get it stuck together in the first place. So it's really easy to do that. Although it wouldn't, if you were doing it with cardboard, I think some double-sided tape would do just the same thing. You could just put down a little double-sided tape, stick your plastic down, put your specimen inside, and then fold it up and stick it together. Okay, let's see. This one's a little tricky. Oops. Let's see, do we want it this way? This way? I want to make sure I get the head of that flying fish in there, so go. All right. There we go. Easy as pie. So, and then the other ones, I just punched a hole. I wrote a specimen number on it. Not that it necessarily needs one, but you know, it's cute, makes it cute, I think. So stapling it just for good measure. Since this is black, I pulled out my white Prismacolor Premier pencil, and that seems to be writing on it pretty well. So I just kind of added, you know, funky stencil numbers here. I mean, I just made up. I said stencil numbers, specimen numbers. I just made up, you know, a 4-digit number and put a letter at the end of it. So I don't know. Let's see. Going right, going left. I think this way maybe. Trying to see if it looks any better on one side. This side maybe. All right, let's give it. Shall we give it a number? Let's give it a number. 3, 2, 5, 6. You know, who knows? And we'll give it a letter. We'll give it an S for C. So, I mean, that's really as easy as it is. It would, you know, certainly take a little more time if you had to trace around them and cut them. But if you cut them pretty, you know, several of them at once, it wouldn't be too bad. If you have a cutter, if you have a cutting machine, you could just probably, I'm guessing you could download a pattern and cut them. So that would probably be the quickest way. I, alas, do not have a cutting machine. I'd like to have one. I'm contemplating buying one, but I currently don't own one. I keep looking at them thinking, oh, how nice. Wouldn't that be nice? Right now, I don't use a lot of digitals. I look at the digitals. I love them. There are some beautiful digitals out there. I don't use them though because you have to cut all of that, and it's a lot of fussy cutting, and I don't really like to cut that much. I mean, I will, you know, but I don't want to cut it all. And I know people are like, oh, just, you know, sit in front of the TV and cut it all at once. And, you know, I've done that. Mostly what I do with that is I sit in front of the TV and, you know, maybe if I get some new books, like a book that has a lot of illustrations in it, I might sit in front of the TV and kind of just generally cut those out so that I can sort them into my stash. But I don't sit and fussy cut. I find that the light is maybe not as good as I really need, because when I watch TV, I kind of like it to be dark. So maybe that's just my own quirk. And really, I don't really watch a lot of TV, just kind of at night. It's sort of my downtime, so fussy cutting something is not really my idea of downtime. So I know those are all excuses, right? I could just do it. But yeah, for whatever reason, I just don't like sitting in front of the TV fussy cutting. So I think a cutting machine would be super cool, because then I could download digitals, put them on the machine, and let the machine cut them. And, you know, if you can get a machine to do it for you, seems like a good choice. Okie dokie. I'm not doing a very good job of keeping this straight. Yes. Okay. Oops, it helps if you take the backing off, doesn't it? It won't stick if you don't peel off the sticker part. Okie dokie. Okay. There we go. And I'm just cutting it a little short up here because I don't want it to be on this part, because it makes it easier to stick it together up there, and it's hard to cut around. So if I just stick to the base, it's a lot easier. There we go, that's not too bad. Okie doke. Let's maybe put our little fish in. I have a feeling these are going to be the hardest, so I'll save those for last. Oh, I think I want him facing up. There we go. Oh, he's super cute. Yeah. Oops. And I realize you would never have actual specimen slides like this of fish. I know, but oops. Oh, that didn't go in right. Okay, this is going to take me a minute, so I am going to turn off the camera a second, grab some pliers, and fix this staple that didn't go in quite right, and I will be right back. Okie doke, I'm back. I have managed to fix that staple and fix my stapler, which was kind of jammed and stuck down there. So let's give him a number as well. Doesn't really matter what it is. 5, 8, 9, 2. We'll give him an F for fish. There's 2 down. Let's see. These we're going to need to stick together. I have some double-sided tape, and I just need them to stick together a little bit in the middle so that I can trim them. Let's see, that's right side up. Make sure I get them going the right way here. Yep, okay. Right side up. Right side up. This foam tape has a little bit of, well, then I just moved it. Dropped it. Okay. This foam tape has this double-sided tape has a slight bit of dimension to it because it's foam, because apparently I am out of the regular tape. Let's see, which way does this go? I feel like I turned it. Now I'm trying to see my glasses going here. Did I have it going the wrong way? See, it's either that way or that way. Maybe it was that way. I can't really tell because I can't really tell what the picture is. Might be. Oh, it's a boat. I didn't realize this is the bottom of the boat and these are the sails. Oh my gosh. Put a bit of snake, it bit me. Okay. This way. Can't believe I didn't realize what it was. Oh, this is what happens when you get old and you can't see. Okay. So that's not off by much, just a hair. So we'll just trim it a little bit. Can't believe I didn't realize that was a boat. Oh my gosh. You guys are at home are probably going, it's a boat. Oh well. It's gonna be one of those days. Let's see, got anything on this side? Doesn't look like anything's showing on that side. All right. You know what, this plastic isn't as clear. This plastic's a little more clear. Ooh, it's already a pouch. I wonder if I can just put that in like that and trim it. Ha ha ha. Assuming I can get the backing to peel off. See, I cut my nails this morning because I'm tired of having paint under my nails, and I always have paint under my nails. So, I cut my nails, and now I can't get hold of anything. So this one is a pouch because I haven't cut off the sides yet. And I'm wondering if I go ahead and put it in like this, if we can just slide that in and stick it in there. What do you think? Think that'll work? Without having to trim it twice. That's my thought. Hello, kid. Cat has come to visit. Many of you know her. Oh, see, and that just, look at that. I can slide that right in there. Oh, that's a neat little trick. I wish I'd realized that before. Of course, not all of them are. She thinks she needs to play with my flowers over here. Not all of the pieces of plastic are cut that way, but you know, because I've used them for other things. But oh, bend. There we go. Okay, let's see. Let's make sure this is centered. Kid, come on, sweetie. Let's get it from the other side. No, it's not quite centered. It needs to go this way just a little, I think. That looks good. Look at that. That was even easier. Not that it was difficult to start with, but okay. Why my stapler is sticking. There we go. Okay. Let's see, what should we put on this one? 7369, let's see. This one was S for C, probably should have been L for lobster. We'll put V for Valentine. How's that? That's cute. Look at the back. How cute is that? See, and then I'll just need to go back in poke some holes, and I have learned that if I mark where the hole goes, I actually get it closer to center, because if I don't mark it when I'm eyeballing it, I can't ever get it straight. Okie doke. Okay. 3 down, 2 to go, moving right along. The cat's in the way. Come on, kid. All right, we'll do this one next. I'm not really sure. These are going to be a little challenging, I think, because they're stickers, although we might be able to just stick them to each other. Or maybe I should stick them to a piece of paper. Come on, kid. You're not helping, sweetie. Okay. Do I have another piece that's not that one? Oh, yep. Look, I have another one that's already in a little pouch. That made that so easy. Easy peasy. Let's try that again. Okay, opening's here. Here we go. Boy, that is easy. I just have to remember to just use the little corner. Okay. So now we have our little shell. Let's see how it looks on the other side. Oh, that's cute. Make sure it's looking good. Okay. It's just so much fun when you make something that's cute. You know, and you think about, I think about doing these things with butterflies and flowers and things like that, but just the seashells are just so darn cute. Okie doke, so this is the top and this is the back, and it has a number, so should we put that number on it, and should we put it on the front instead of back here? What is that? 33283.5. 33283.5. That one's wonky again. I don't know what's wrong with my stapler, but it does not want to work. I'm sorry, that's probably really loud for you guys, but that one worked. I'm not going to stop the video and fix that staple right now. I will come back and fix it. I will fix it when we're done, because we only have one more to go. And the stapler's acting up anyway, so this one's a little wonky too. Right there. Isn't that cute? Look at that. Okay, now these, I really only want the center part because that's all we're going to see. I don't know if I can stick them together straight. That's my problem. If I start to stick them together, will I be able to do it straight? And oh my gosh, I probably should have peeled the backing off first. I'll bet. Oh, mistake. Oh, okay. Well, that, you know, maybe that'll work in our favor, because I can take the other one off and they won't both be sticky. if I peel the sticker part off of this first. Then maybe I can stick it to that one. Ah, happy accident. Where's Bob Ross when you need him? See, I had to stop talking because I have to make sure I cut straight. And I can't do that while I talk. As you guys well know, I can't really do a whole lot of anything not talking. I managed to not get things straight and everything else. Okay, so they're both right side up. So now I wonder, since the paper's on this one, maybe that'll work to my advantage here. Let's see. And get that lined up. Look at that. I'll be darned. I must be living right. Things are going well. Okie doke, good. Okay, let's take a quick look. He just barely fits. Oh, I probably should have cut him a little bigger. But, oh, look how cute that is. Hello, Gomez. Come on, Go-Go. You need to move. Lay in the box. Lay in the box. All right. Is this one a pouch too? Oh, here's the problem. This one. Now this one's got a hole down here. And the pouch part up here is, let's see, do I have one? Well, this one's folded. We could use that. And then just trim both sides. Ah, that would be good, maybe. I don't know if Go-Go's tail's on camera or not. I suspect it is. I think you're getting to see his little tail flip back and forth. Because the cats want to help today. Crafting with cats. Let's see. Gomez, come on, sweetie. You're not helping. He says, I'm not trying to help, Mommy. That looks good. All right. Go ahead and put that one in. Okay. Seems like it's gonna work. Go. Okay. All right, let's make sure that's lined up where it's supposed to be. Make sure the plastic's flat. Oh, that looks crooked. Yep. There we go. Okay, let's give him a number 2. I don't know what we should give him here. 7, 3, 2, 1. And then what do you think? Should we give him a B for blue, an R for red, a C for crab? What else do we have over here? That one doesn't have a letter. This one has an S, this one has a V, this one has an F, so that's for C, Valentine fish, so we'll give him C for crab. And then his little hole punch will go right there. All right, so we have done those 5, and I sure had a good time doing them. I wish I had some more of these things, so I don't know if they're inexpensive. They might be worth buying some, but I'd have to find them. But like I said, the packaging said 1993, so who knows how much they are these days. But we made good use of them, and that was a lot of fun. So thank you for joining me. I hope you had a good time. Please hit like. Please leave me a comment. I'd love to talk to you about them. Have you made specimen holders and things in the past? Have you made specimen slides out of things that aren't normally specimens, like these things? Let me know in the comments. I'd like to know what you guys are up to with this kind of thing. So thank you to those of you who have subscribed. If you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button so you don't miss anything. And I will see you again soon with another video, probably Motivational Monday. Will be coming up next. Until then, I hope you have a great day. Remember, use what you have to make your life more beautiful. Bye.